All right, sweet. What's up?
I'm good, Kai. How are you?
I'm great. I'm great. Thank you.
I bet it's been a pretty busy time for you the past couple of
Oh
days.
man, just just unbelievable, but busy at the same time, and just happy. It's like so much going on.
I bet, and a bit of a whirlwind. I understand well, just in a couple of hours you'll be flying over to the UK. I bet you can't wait.
I know that's the only thing I've just always been waiting for, just for the final time to say, here's your ticket. You're going over to London, and they're gonna be waiting for you there to pick you up, and finally the time is here. So I'm so excited.
Yeah, I mean it's been a week since the deal's been agreed and the loan deal to come over. I mean, what's that been like for you? Obviously, having to leave Kansas and get ready to come over.
Well, it's tough, you know. I love my time at Kansas, and I mean, it's the best place for me. The past 3 years, I've had so much fun over there, with a new stadium and all that. The fans are amazing, and it's just teams playing well. Miss the guys in the locker room. It's just so good. But then when you have a chance like this of playing the best league in the world, I mean, there's no way. Even my coaching staff and the owners, they all know what stuff like this really is. So there's no way they was gonna not let me like kind of live my dream a little bit. So now getting the chance to come over there, and it's surreal.
Yeah.
I'm so excited. I just can't wait to reach over there and just kind of just feed off the fans.
You said you can't wait to live your dream. Is that what it is to come and have a chance in the Premier League? Is that a dream for you?
It definitely is. There's so many players in the world, and every single one of us would definitely want a chance to compete in the top. And definitely the Premier League is the top. So when you get a chance to play against or play with some of the top players in the world, it's an honor. I've been playing in the MLS for 7 years. This was going to be my eighth season, and I've loved every single one of them. Playing against some great players over here and all that, but still, every day or every weekend you get to watch. You look forward to watching games also from the Premier League, and then now you get a shot to actually be out there and show what you can do. And I've learned a lot, from different coaches in the past 7 years I've played here. So now it's just really a time for me to be out there with my experience and really test my skills with the top players.
And I'm sure, Kai, not only has this been, well, in the MLS and in America, this has been seen as a great move for the league, for one of their players to come over to the UK in the Premier League, but I bet in your native country, Sierra Leone, they're even more delighted.
Oh my God, it's crazy. Funny story. The game against QPR, because back home everybody watched games from cinemas.
Yeah.
People don't know. Not many people have satellites to watch games from their houses. So and then my brother sends me a message or calls me actually and says, "Hey, all the cinemas are full over here. They thinking you're playing." So I mean, it's amazing because they don't get to watch any other leagues really out there, but the Premier League. So all they've ever been praying for and and demanding from me is like, hey, go play in the Premier League, go play in the Premier League. And I've said, well, I'm not gonna rush anything. When the time is right, it'll happen. And hopefully this is like the best time for me right now.
Yeah. And we've seen you do a lot of community work in Sierra Leone in your time as a player. I guess that's just something you're going to look to do more now you're in the Premier League with more exposure, more fans looking at you from over there.
It's just part of me. It's not anything that I'll stop. It's not. I don't do it for the press for anything. It's just how I grew up, how my family raised me and everything, and it's been great. So I just love being out there with the kids, or just being out there, just helping out, just any way I could. Whether it's Sierra Leone or whether it's Kansas or just around the league here. And I mean, I've seen a lot of videos of what players do around there in the Premier League and being involved with the locals. And I mean, I'm looking forward to it. And anything I can do to help, I'm definitely going to be out there trying to put some smiles in people's faces.
It's good stuff. So what is the aim for you then, Kai? It's obviously a massive opportunity to come to the Premier League, but for you, I understand you're in pre-season at the minute, so I'm sure you've got a bit of work to do to try and get up to speed.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, it's not easy out there. I've been out there, training before, and everybody's 25, 26 games in, so everybody's top shape. And I've been in preseason And when deals like this is going on, you don't really get to train much with the team. You're just on the side doing a lot of sprints, trying to get fit on your own. So that's what I've really been doing a lot of treadmills and working with the physios and trying to get fit. But at the same time, it's going to be different. Just got to get there, get to training, and really try to impress at training to get myself into a position where I can be on the field, and really just go from there. For me, I'm a competitive guy, and at the same time, I love having fun. So I'm going to be out there, make it difficult for the coach to have options to give me a chance when the time comes.
And since the deal was announced, I understand you had to leave the Kansas training center. So is that what you've been doing? You've been training by yourself, trying to keep motivated, trying to work yourself?
Yeah. It's really not that hard to keep yourself motivated, saying, "Hey, I'm going to play in the Premier League." When you're on the treadmill, or anywhere working out, running with my dog, it's just I just keep pushing myself even harder and harder, just thinking, "Wow, this is it." I get to play in one of the biggest leagues in the world, and it's a good motivation when you're in the workout room. So yeah, I've left my team for a little while now, about 2 weeks, and just really been doing a lot of work on the treadmill on my own, or being out on the field and trying to do some sprints. But it's going to be different, obviously. I just want to get there and get back on the ball. And a couple of days in, I'm sure the weather and everything is going to be different. But after a couple of days, I'll get a hang of it.
I even saw on your Twitter account that you were training during the Super Bowl. I bet the gym was a bit lonely for you there, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was just me. It was just me in there. That's the only time I get to watch American football during the Super Bowl, really. And so I was there, and it was great. It was a really, really amazing viewing party. The fact that it's just me, I can say anything, or nobody really cares. So it was great, But hey, at the same time, I get to watch that, but I just get a picture in my head and just imagine, what it's really like to play in some of the big stadiums and some of the big crowds.
Just going back to Kansas quickly, Kai, like you've already mentioned, how big they've big a part of you they've become over the past couple of years. I'm sure you've had a great attachment with the fans, and part of you is sad to be leaving Kansas City.
Very, very sad. Very, very sad. But, I tell the people of Kansas City know that this is not the end of me. Leaving there. Obviously, I'm coming into Norwich. It's a 4-month loan, and looking to really impress the coaches, the people, everyone. I'm looking to impress, and I'm not saying I'm just coming there for 4 months and I'm coming back to Kansas. But I'm not telling Kansas that, hey, this is it. I'm leaving. See you guys. I'm never coming back. So for me, I've had an amazing time in Kansas City. They really gave me, my career. I found a woman out there. I got engaged too, so I even got a lot happier and everything. So everything is good for me in Kansas. I'm gonna miss them. I'm gonna miss the start of the season, but every one of them, they're so positive. That's the thing that's so amazing about the city. Everybody was so positive, just wishing you best of luck and everything. I mean, I was shocked. I'm leaving, but everybody's just like so happy and saying. The day, like a couple games already, Norwich game, people have already been watching it and tweeting at me like, "Oh, we're watching the game. When are you going over? When are you going over?" I'm like just excited to see that they're becoming fans of Norwich City also.
And you've definitely got a good rapport with the Norwich fans as well. They've been getting in contact with you on Twitter, and they've certainly seem to be looking forward for you to be coming over.
It's crazy how much messages I've gotten, and I haven't even been there yet. It makes me nervous, but I can't wait. That's what I love. I love interacting with the fans, and they give me that extra energy when I'm playing. So, if that's how they are, because it feels like the same thing as Kansas City right now. The kind of love I've been getting from the fans on Twitter. So I just can't wait to really meet some people and just be out there, just be at Carrier Road and just feel the energy.
And I understand you played with one of the former Norwich City heroes in Darren Huckabee. So what did he have to say about the club, and have you spoke to him since?
No, I'm sure I'm gonna get to have he's gonna have to take me out to dinner and pay for meal and all that, because we probably did that in San Jose once. But I mean, I'm sure he's a legend out there. Yeah. The man came to the MLS, and I saw him. I was like, wow. You're definitely, have done really, really well in England. Very speedy guy. I mean, I looked up to him. I didn't get to play with him that long, but it's great. I mean, now I get to come to, a team out there and they're playing for, a team that somebody I've played with. It's from there. And also, I'm Dom Dwyer, grew up in the academies over there. And so, which he's now, with Sport and Hair. And he just tells me everything, how great, the place is and the facility and everything. So I can't wait.
Good stuff. So Kai, for people who perhaps aren't aware of you, haven't seen any of your play, how would you describe yourself? I mean, you're a forward that likes to play on both flanks, I understand.
Yeah, no. I'm a forward. I'm a forward with a lot of energy, athleticism, and I've played center forward many years, but past couple of years I've played more on the right and switch off on the left, in the 4-4-3 formation. But I mean, for me, I'm a competitive guy, like I said, very athletic, and I'm just really happy to get myself in front of goals. And what I want to do is just be in front of goals and get chances to put them in the back of the net. Because after I do that, it's all about happiness and celebrations. So don't get anything bad away from my smiles or anything like that, or just my generosity. I'm a very competitive guy, and I'm ready to fight for anything. So. I just can't wait to just be out there.
You mentioned the celebrations. There's plenty on YouTube. Some very inventive celebrations as well. Is there anything planned for when you come over to Norwich? You got anything in the bag for us?
Well, if I have some goals in me, I definitely will make sure I put something out on the field. But that's always been part of me. I create them as I go. Sometimes I try to really get my teammates involved. There's a few shy guys and a couple teams I've been in, but I've had some good celebrations with them. For example, like a Stuart Holden for Bolton. When I played in Houston, I had some really good celebrations. People seeing him dance, it was just great. Made him did some African dancing and all that, but that's just part of me. But at the same time, you got to work really hard to get those goals, because the only way you're going to celebrate, you got to get goals. So the work rate is really where I live too.
Well, Sebastian Bassong is known to. One of your teammates surely is known to like a bit of an African dance. So can we see a dance off, perhaps?
Why not? Like I said, I'm a guy. I like linking up with people. I feed off other people's energy, or let people feed off my energy. So if he's one of those that does that, definitely, I would love to do some dance with him.
Well, finally, Kai, before you have to shoot off and get your flight over here, have you got a final message for the Norwich City fans?
Thank you very much for all the messages, that you guys have been sending me. You've actually made me feel welcome without even being there yet, and I really appreciate it. I just can't wait to really be out there and just contribute, to the club, and all the success that, the team has had recently, and really just link up with my teammates. And, like I say, thank you very much for all the love, and I'm bringing my heart-shaped hands with me, so make sure you have yours.